Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor to Tenkar's Tavern blog. Now, I happen to, be the admin / owner of one community on Facebook, Tenkar's Tavern, and I am moderator in a number of other communities, including the OSR group on Facebook. And I'm a member in way too many Facebook groups. I'm looking at my list now, and I'm like, I probably should trim it back. And one of the ones I'm likely going to trim back, if they don't trim it back for me, is my example for this dumpster fire of an episode of Tavern Chat, and that is Star Frontiers alive and well. And I'm not going to say that I am perfect at running a community. Certainly not. But I've run it for a number of years. And I can tell you what generally works and what generally doesn't work. And I can even make observations about other groups, which I probably will. So, you have, what is it, Gold Piece Adventures. I'm going to name a few groups. I might have to go back and double check. It did GP Adventures. First, it was Gold Piece Adventures, old school role playing group. That is Benoit. Benoit is pretty much the only man there, as far as I can tell. He runs a tight ship. There is never, ever any drama at the GP Adventures old school gaming group. The OSR group. Now, this is run by Stuart. Stuart is a very strong leader, mostly hands off. He sets the tone, and then the moderators maintain that tone. And nobody that's a moderator in that group is there for any other reason than to make sure that group runs like clockwork. Minimal fingers in the pie is the secret. Tenkar's Tavern, my Facebook group. Well, my Facebook group has me as the owner admin, and it has two other moderators that occasionally approve new members. I set the tone. And if there's an issue, I handle it. Here's the issue with Star Frontiers alive and well. It is, at the moment, a dumpster fire. Now, why is it a dumpster fire? You would think with a group which has, I believe, 5 active moderators. They are top contributors and very active in a group. You figure that with 5 moderators, you would have a well-oiled machine. The problem is the owner admin is essentially MIA. So you get little Napoleons all taking charge and running with it. And I'm watching it. I'm watching this dumpster fire burn as we speak. It is amazing. And I am not a huge Star Frontiers fan. I am not invested in this group. I'm invested in some of the people in the group, but I'm not invested in the topic or the game. It's a fun game. If it never got published again, I wouldn't feel the loss because I never ran a session. I only owned the core rules, and they didn't really do much for me. But I know some people are passionate. It's got over 6,000 members. That's a damn good, passionate group. But it's got 5 moderators who are all going off in their own direction as petty little tyrants. Not all of them. Not all of them, mind you. I could probably name 1, maybe 2. But I'm not going to because they know who they are. And what happens? Well, what happens is that people who have differing thoughts, okay, they dissent. Dear God, don't dissent. There's a reason why many groups have official or unofficial rules when it comes to AI. It's similar to the Tavern's rules when it comes to politics and social issues. We don't discuss it. Well, when one of your moderators publishes material that's just constantly filled with AI, it's always going to be part of the conversation, and it becomes pretty opinionated. And then people suddenly are no longer members. I don't know if they quit out of frustration. I don't know if they got removed for arguing with a moderator, which, by the way, is legit. If you're arguing with a moderator over the rules, not arguing over, I don't know. So, in any case, here's some basic things to remember when you're part of a Facebook group. Moderators are not God. There is one God in your group. That is generally the admin / owner. But if they're MIA, petty tyrants come out. If you are a group admin or owner, here's the secret to adding moderators. You don't want anyone that volunteers. Honestly, if somebody goes, "Ooh, Mr. Cotta, pick me, Mr. Cotta," you don't want fucking Horseshack. You don't want him. Why? Because he's like, I don't know, the hall monitor in elementary school. They volunteer for that job because it's perceived to be power. When you're the school principal, you want the person who is quiet and unassuming. Hey, listen, I have a responsibility for you. I really would rather not. But if you're going to give it to me, okay. Not the one that goes, oh, principal, pick me. You don't want that person. That's probably the biggest rule, the unwritten rule as an admin for any group on social media, whether it's Facebook or Discord. If somebody wants to be in a position of authority to the point where they ask for it, you never want to give it to them. If you take only one lesson from this video, that's the answer, the lesson that you need to really let sink in. Anybody that wants that authority is going to be the first person that gets corrupted by it. And I'm not saying that those that you draft, I mean, I often draft friends of mine. Hey, listen, I need somebody to keep an eye. I'm going to be on vacation. I might be out of range. Can you just keep an eye on it? I'm going to make you a moderator. Ah, shit. All right. That's the answer I want. Not the, ooh, thank you. That scares me. That fucking scares me. So, folks, let me know what are your thoughts on, have you seen this, right? Have you seen power corrupts, right? Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. And those that desire authority and power are most likely going to be the ones that get corrupted by it. Am I right? Am I wrong? This isn't only happening in this one group, by the way. This is just the one it's happening. The Star Frontier's alive and well. It's happening as I watch. I'm watching the dumpster fire. It's why, and by the way, yes, that's AI art. So I needed a dumpster fire that wasn't going to infringe on anyone's rights. So I figured I'll let X give me a dumpster fire. And of course, I went with the orange background because it kind of makes it seem appropriate. But I mean, if you create a Facebook group, you have a responsibility to maintain a presence in it. And if you're not going to, you need a responsibility to make sure that those who you put such authority into are going to represent you well, right? I don't know. You tell me. Tell me what you think. On that note, folks, next live stream is Wednesday night. I don't know if we have a special guest or not. We may. Who knows? Be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice. Roll them well. Another video tomorrow, later today. Who the hell knows? We're working on it. And we're working on reviews.